Hello lovelies, Chrissy here today with a Project Life video. So I think I say this every month, but if you are new to the club, I love using kits to do Project Life videos or Project Life spreads. It's so much easier when everything is already there for you, all coordinated, all matching, and such a great variety. So in the kits, we get not only the printables, we get die cuts, we get word stickers, thickers, all sorts of stuff. And when you're using, especially if you're limiting yourself to just using your kits, there is so much in there and it's all coordinated, which I love, that I really enjoy doing my Project Life spreads with the kits because it just makes it so much easier, especially if you're like me and you stash your kits in a little container. I think most of us actually do. I know some of the girls on the DT have the really useful box from Officeworks. I actually went to get one last week and they didn't have any in stock. I probably should have checked that before I went up there. But yeah, I have something similar at the moment, and every month I print out the printables, I cut them up, I put all my ephemera in this little container. So when I get to doing my Project Life, it's just all there ready for me to flick through. And that's probably the best way I find to do it. Every month I just have all my bits and pieces in my container on my desk, because like I've said before, if it's not on my desk, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to go looking for it when I'm in the middle of a layout. So having everything right there at my fingertips makes it so much easier. And that's why I really enjoy using the kits to get my Project Life done. So I'm trying to crank my way through it. Yes, that says week 13 and we're in July, yes. I am very behind. I have printed my photos, but I'm doing better than last year. Last year I got to week 5, so I'm definitely doing better this year. But it has getting the kits has inspired me to get my Project Life finished. No, sorry, not finished, but to at least just get into it and get it scrapped. Anyway, I am a kind of lots of photo kind of person. I take a lot of photos, and then every month I put them on my computer, and then I go through them and sort them out into my weekly spreads. I have done a video on that in the subscribers only group. So if you're a subscriber and you haven't seen that, head on over and you'll see how my entire process of picking photos from my phone all the way through to printing. And sometimes I just have so many photos that I want to use that I don't have a space for a title card. And this is one of those weeks. So on those occasions, sometimes I will turn a 3x4 spot into a title card, or as I've done this week, I'll just use a photo and turn that into my title card. I've done that a couple of times actually. But it doesn't bother me, honestly. All my photos are digital. I have them all backed up on a hard drive. And, this is more, I enjoy the process. And obviously my kids love to go through these albums, and I like having somewhere for my photos to be that isn't just sitting on a computer. But, if they don't last forever, it's not the end of the world because I do have backups. So embellishing my photos or using my photos as a title card doesn't bother me. I actually enjoy the process. So in this case, I've used the photo at the top on the left-hand side, and I've just put week 13 using the thickers because I didn't really have anywhere else to put it. But that really is the joy of Project Life and, scrapping your own way, I guess. You can do that. But anyway, back to what I was doing. So I really like to embellish my photos a lot. So this picture up the top of Sam just snoozing on his well, it's not really his bed. It's actually a crash mat I bought for Will, but the dog claimed it. It's the most expensive dog bed ever. But, this dog likes to sleep all day until Daddy gets home. And so I found this sleeping in little die cut piece, which was kind of perfect. And because I have all of this space around the photo, around my focal image, I was able to embellish that quite nicely. So now and then I do have a space for a journaling card. And if I only have one space, I'll either journal about a specific photo that is right near my journaling card. So in this case, the 2 photos on either side of the journaling card are from the same outing. So I mostly journal about that. But other times when I only have one journaling card, I'll just put bits and pieces of each photo on that one card. But it's just like, by the time I get around to scrapping these photos, it's usually a couple of months later, and I don't always remember the stories. I remember the photos and the moments. Like, there's a picture, I think it's on the next side, where we're sitting down watching a movie. I can't remember exactly what movie we watched, but I do remember why I took the photo. I remember that I took it because we were all snuggled under the blankets and having some movie time. So while I might not remember the dates or remember the exact things that we were doing or the exact stories, I generally remember taking the photos and why I took them and why I want to document them. So while I might not always have the stories there, the photos and the memories are the important things to me. So I don't always journal about what's going on, because a lot of the time I might not remember exactly. But yeah, I do like having the memories in there. Like this picture of Cooper and I don't really know why I took it. I think it might have been because we were both wearing the same sunglasses. But, I just love this photo. It's such a great photo. So if you have a process and you write down the memories, great, good for you. I'm not one of those people. I just, I have a journal that I journal in daily, and most of the time I can jog my memory by going back and checking out either my journal or my photos. But just getting the memories in is the important thing for me. So this is the right-hand side of my page. I have to admit, these pages came together very quickly. Normally it takes me a good half hour per page when I do Project Life. For some reason, it didn't take this long today. I find when that happens, it's because everything coordinates beautifully and I'm just really happy putting bits and pieces together. Or on the flip side, everything just looks the same and I haven't really been very creative. But either way, like I always say, the memories in the album, and that's the important thing, like I have mentioned not long ago. This sticker sheet was really fantastic. I loved using it. I actually used a lot of it. There was I love the little word labels that you get, and I just find that they're really good for embellishing pictures. If you have smaller areas to embellish or big areas. So on this is that photo I was telling you about. We're sitting on the lounge under our blankets. We've got about 4 different blankets and we're watching a movie. I can't remember the movie, but I remember I took it because how cute do they look? My boys don't tend to sit near each other. It's just, they're boys. They don't do calm and civil a lot. But I just found it was really cute that they were both under this giant nest of pillows and blankets watching a movie together. And I just wanted, to document that. So I did put a little bit of journaling about that part because I remembered that. I really discovered enamel dots this week in this spread. I really went to town with the enamel dots. I had a lot of fun. When I add journaling to my photos, I either do it in one of two ways. I'll either cut up strips of cardstock or paper and journal directly onto those and then glue them directly onto my photo, or I will use labels like I've done here. And if I don't have a lot to say and it'll fit on the label, I'll use the label. And I'll generally make a little cluster with an embellishment of some kind and add my journaling in that sense. And that's what I've done in all of this layout. I didn't use my other journaling method. I used labels and journaling cards for this whole thing. But yeah, it's one of my 2 favorite ways to add journaling. This was a really cute journaling card. I really liked this. So the picture next to it on the right, this was well into lockdown and I hadn't seen my group of close friends in a few weeks and we were all missing each other. We have a group chat where we talk a lot. And for some reason, we hadn't thought of, if you press the little video icon on that group chat, you can have a group call. Well, we figured it out and we spent about an hour and a half just chatting. So because I took a screenshot. I love taking screenshots and including them in my albums of messages or posts on Facebook, anything like that. Snapchat's a big one. I get lots of Snapchats from my sister and my niece and nephew. Yeah, I include screenshots a lot. And then this journaling card went really well with it. And I love the little bits and pieces. There was lots of little bits and pieces in the kit. Video chat with friends, virtual happy hour, things like that. And they just worked perfectly for our little phone conversation. And then I just journaled inside the heart. Now, you'll find that in this page especially, I do a lot of outlining. Journaling spots, cards, little bits of ephemera. I tend to draw an outline around them, and a lot of the times you'll notice it's very messy. Now, when I do an outline, I've been meaning to mention this a couple of weeks and I keep forgetting. I always do at least two, I go over it at least twice, and I find that that's because when you're a messy journaler like I am and you make a mess of it, when you do an extra line, it doesn't look as bad. It looks like you've done it messy intentionally. So that's my little tip. If you're going to outline, do it at least twice. But yeah, anyway, so that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed my layout, and there it is in its entirety. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.